chosen ones. Just wanted to laugh about something. I have a question for you folks. Do you want the truth? Or do you want to be lied to? Do you want your ego stroked? Or do you want that bubble that you're living in shattered? If you want your ego stroked and you still want to live in the matrix, live this simulation, this perception of who you are, who the world is, what's going on in your life, what this chaos is, to just make you feel comfortable for the moment and kind of drag along this slow death, figuratively speaking? Or do you want the truth, which is going to shatter your world, but when you're put back together, you're going to be stronger and more resilient and wiser? I heard today that that's what people want. They want to be validated. They want to feel special. Basically saying you guys want to be lied to. And if you're seekers of truth, then that's the farthest thing you want. It says in scripture, better a rebuke from a friend than 1,000 kisses from an enemy. You know? I'm driving right now. Excuse me, y'all, if I am pausing and trying to focus on driving so I don't crash and hurt myself or anybody else on the road. But as I was saying, better a rebuke from a friend than 1,000 kisses, 100 kisses from an enemy. What this gentleman was speaking about is that telling the truth is going to cause you pain and hurt, and it's going to do more damage, not only for you guys, but for the person speaking the truth, right? And I feel like the people that play both sides of the fence are like Papa Dot. If you guys have ever watched 8 Mile, you know, Clarence had a cohesive family with 2 parents, something like that. Came from a private school and just never really busted out their bubble itself. They got this mask on, acting like they're advocates, as I mentioned last time. But an advocate, man, an advocate is a person that will be 100 with you. Because 100 with you shows respect and love for you. You know what I mean? It's like, if a person was dying, would you put them out of their misery? And this is a spiritual death. And with spiritual death comes spiritual life, emotional life, just life in general, being back into the world and seeing how beautiful it is, regardless of what the dark is, or how much dark is surrounding you. Man, like, what's a song by Kanye? One of the intros goes, man, just because you ain't ready for the day, it can't always be night. So it can't always be night. It can't always be dark. It can't always be chaos. But you have to go through the dark. You have to experience the dark so you can see how bright the light is. Woo, that's deep right there. You would not appreciate the brightness, the glory of the light, unless you've experienced and seen the darkest of the dark. That's 100. That is 100. And the reason I believe the Creator does that, from what He, this sounds crazy, but has put in my heart and mind, is that He allows it to happen so that when you see the light brighter than, you guys driving dangerously close to me while I'm trying to explain, come on. But when you see that light and how bright it is and how glorious, after experiencing so much darkness and being surrounded and almost consumed by it, when you receive that light, you're never gonna let it go. Never. Not for anybody, nothing. Because you trust that that light is there to guide you and show you the path. 100. Oh man, that gives me goosebumps, bro. But I really love y'all out there. This might sound like a cliche people are telling you, but I deeply do. Everybody from all walks of life, all beliefs, everybody that, man, that has the opportunity to just perceive things. Man, I wish you guys were just like, saw things the way I see them now. It's man, there's no words for it. It's I'm not righteous, I'm filthy, I'm a sinner, right? But this vision, this new way I look at everything, the way I approach everything, the way I dismantle and find solutions to everything, it's not from me, bro. And it's like, man, a few years ago, if somebody told me this, I would have thought they were crazy. But as I'm as coherent and sane as it gets. You know what I mean? I always bring this up. I had a teacher in 6th grade, Mr. Flickinger, who taught, I believe it was my pre-algebra, my algebra 1 or something like that, and he taught geometry. But regardless, I mean, that's irrelevant. I don't even know to this day, and I said this earlier, why he pulled me aside that day. He's like, hey, why don't you stay behind after class when everybody was walking out and everybody was already dismissed, the bell went off. I was like, sure, what's going on, Mr. Flickinger? I thought he was going to speak about how to, the right frequency for a radio station. Because we tell him Jam and Z90's like, oh, that's not the frequency. And we'd have to find it or whatever. So I thought he was talking about radio frequency, and I didn't know it. So I was like, what's up? He's like, hey, if you're in a room full of 100 people and you're the only one sane and they're all crazy, would you allow them? Would they be able to convince you that you're the one crazy and they're the one sane? And I said, no. And he's like, good. Always remember that, because that's what the world will do to you. And I don't know why he said it to this day, man, but it stayed with me. I'm 43 years old. It stayed with me since I was 12. And now it makes sense, you know? The world will try to convince us who are trying to do the right thing that helping people is weak. And telling the truth is dangerous. That living the lie, the murder, all this crazy stuff going around is what's actually good. But it's not. They're weak. For a person to continue to do the right thing, for a person to continue to wake up and live and choose not to unalive themselves is, man, that's strength, bro. Through the turmoil, that's real strength. And that strength can only come from, you know who? His name, who shall be said, which is, I wish I knew it, but the creator of everything. I wish I knew his name. I wish I knew son's real name. But the creator of everything, creator of heaven and earth, the things seen and unseen, everything you see around you, and everything that you haven't seen or been exposed to yet. But I don't want to rant on too long. I want to just let y'all know I love y'all, and this is genuine, bottom of my heart. All my folks, everybody that's even betrayed me, I love y'all. I forgive y'all. And I hope y'all forgive me for those who I've done wrong or felt like I've offended or did something wrong to. I've done bad stuff when I was younger. I hope y'all forgive me, but this is from my heart. I love y'all. And I want y'all to see what the definition of a real believer is. And there is no box. There is no box a real believer fits in. A believer is a believer, bro. And they know, and he knows. And nobody can tell you. While they convince you, I'll back to that. That's another story. Anyway, I love y'all. I'm going to continue driving, and I'm going to post this later. Peace.